Okay, so in this lesson, we are just going to describe the structure of expressions. Now remember that these are expressions. They don't have an equal sign. They're not equations. There's no equal sign. There's none here. There's not an equal sign here. There's not an equal sign here. There's not an equal sign here. They're expressions, algebraic expressions. Okay, so first thing I would want you to do is read this expression. There's lots of ways we can read it, but I don't want you to say 2 times x right now. I want you to just think about it as 2x, okay, when it's like this. So it reads 2x plus 10 minus 5 times 3x. Let's read this one. 5 times 6w minus 1 times 3w plus 4 minus 7. One more. 10 minus 5 times 6x minus 4 minus 2x times x. So, when we read this first one, it's let's count the number of times we're going to say times, really, multiplication. 2x plus 10 minus 5 times 3x. So we only said it one time. Now this next one, the number of groups that we're going to add or subtract. So if we think about it, we have 2x. And then we add 10. And then we take away 5 times 3x. If you look at this, you can think about it as how many, we can figure out the groups by looking for the addition or the subtraction. We have 1, 2, 3 groups. 3 groups. Stay with me. It gets easier the more you see it. So let's read this one again and read the number of times we read multiplication. We say times. 5 times 6w minus 1 times 3w plus 4 minus 7. So I said it twice. Now, let's see how many times we're going to add or subtract. Okay? We have 5 times 6w, and we minus. So we stop. 1 times 3w plus, so we stop. 4 minus, so we stop. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 groups. Oh. So let's read this next one. Example 3. 10 minus 5 times 6x minus 4 minus 2x times x. So we read multiplication twice. Let's see how many times we're going to add or subtract the groups. So we have 10 sitting all by itself. And then we're going to take away 5 times 6x. Now, we're not stopping because this minus is part of this 6x minus 4. Minus 4, and then we subtract 2x times x. So basically, what we're doing is we're separating groups of multiplication. If you notice, there's a multiplication here, so this is like they're attached. You see this multiplication here, so they're attached. So we have 1, 2, 3 groups. We have lots of examples. So the number of times we read multiplication. 2 times 3x plus 4 plus 5. So 1 multiplication. Now let's see how many groups of multiplication, so to speak, that we have. So 2 times, remember that's together because it's times, 3x plus 4. And then we add 5. So we have 1, 2 groups. Okay, so let's read this next one. 4 plus 5 times 2x minus 1 minus 7. 1 multiplication. We start off with 4, and then we add 5 times, so they're together, 2x minus 1, and then we take away 7. We have 1, 2, 3 groups. Okay, so 1 plus 5 times x plus 4 minus 3 times 2x. 2 multiplication. Let's see. Let's look at how many groups we add or subtract. So we start off with 1, and then we add 5 times x plus 4. And that's together, because we're multiplying those two things, minus 3 times 2x. Once again, we have 3 groups, it looks like. Let's read this. 2 times 4x minus 2 times 4x minus 1 times x plus 3 minus x. So we have 3. We read it 3 times. Multiplication. We read 3 times. So we have 2 times 4x together minus 2 times 4x again minus 1 times x plus 3 minus x. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 groups. Let's read this next one. 5 minus 3 times y minus 4 plus 2 times y minus 3 minus y plus 6. So I read times twice. I start off with 5, and I take away 3 times y minus 4, and then I add 2 times y minus 3, and then I subtract y, and I add 6. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups, so to speak. So this one reads y minus half times 4y minus 2. 1 multiplication. I start off with y, and then I take away 1/2 times 4y minus 2. So I have 1, 2 groups. 3 more to go. 9 minus 3 times negative y minus 2 times x plus 4 minus 1 times x minus 4 plus 3 times x. 1, 2, 3, 4. I start off with 9. I take away 3 times negative y. I take away 2 times x plus 4. And I take away 1 times x minus 4. And then I add 3 times x. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups. Okay, 2 more. Negative 1 times x squared plus 3x plus 4 minus x squared minus 7. So I only read that once. So negative 1 times x squared plus 3x plus 4 is all together, because remember, it's multiplication. Multiplication like glues these two together. Minus x squared minus 7. Last one. 3y plus 7 times y minus 1 minus 5y minus 1 times y plus 3 minus 5 plus x squared times x. 1, 2, 3. Now let's see how many groups I'm going to add or subtract together. So we get 3y plus 7 times, remember that glues these two together, y minus 4, minus 5y, minus 1 times y plus 3, minus 5, plus x squared times x, remember they glue it together, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 groups. That's it. Thank you.